Hello everyone and welcome back to Cute Crochet. My name is Sri and in today's video I am going to show you how to make these mini heart amigurumi keychains. These are super easy to make and perfect for beginners, and they make the most adorable gift for your significant other this Valentine's Day. The written pattern along with the timestamps will be in the descriptions. To make these you will need whatever color yarn you want your heart to be and some stuffing. For tools you are going to need a crochet hook, a yarn needle, something to use as a stitch marker, and a pair of scissors. If you want to turn these into keychains, you will need some blank key rings. You can get them online or use one from a broken keychain. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this pink yarn. This is a 4-ply yarn, and with it I'm going to use a 3mm crochet hook, which is a couple of sizes smaller than what is recommended for this yarn. It's actually recommended to use a 4mm hook with this. We do this so that our stitches are nice and tight and none of the stuffing shows through. We are going to start by making a magic circle. To do that, wrap your yarn up and over your finger like so, forming a cross in the front. Then insert your hook underneath the cross. Take the yarn from the other side and pull through. Then again yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Now remove this loop from your finger, and this is the magic circle that we are going to work into. Start by making a chain 1. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Then we are going to make 6 single crochets into the magic circle. To make a single crochet, insert your hook into the magic circle and pull up a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook like this. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops, and that finishes 1 single crochet. Let's do it again. Insert your hook into the magic circle and pull up a loop. 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Now we are going to make 4 more single crochets like this for a total of 6 single crochets. After you finished making 6 single crochets, you can pull on this tail to cinch the magic circle completely closed, and this brings us to the end of round 1. At the end of round 1, we have 6 single crochets. This amigurumi is going to be worked in continuous rounds, so we need to mark the last stitch of the round. For that I am using a paper clip here, but you can use anything. You can use a yarn in a different color, or you can also get proper stitch markers. Round 2 is an increase round. For this round, we are going to increase in each stitch all the way around. An increase is simply placing 2 single crochets into one stitch. So, go into that first single crochet and make 1 single crochet. Then make 1 more single crochet into that same stitch, and that is our increase stitch. Again, into the next stitch, place 2 single crochets. Now into the remaining 4 stitches of the round, make increases, that is 2 single crochets into the same stitch. When you reach the last stitch of the round, remove the stitch marker and place 2 single crochets into that stitch as well. This brings us to the end of round 2. At the end of round 2, you will have 12 single crochets. Go ahead and mark the new last stitch of the round. For round 3, we are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around, keeping the stitch count constant at 12. Here I'm at the end of the round. Remove the stitch marker and place one single crochet into the last stitch. Don't forget to replace the stitch marker. Your work should have started to curl up a bit by now. If it's curling in the wrong direction, flip it over to the right side before continuing. The wrong side is the side with the yarn tail. For round 4, we are going to repeat the same thing as round 3. Make one single crochet into each stitch all the way around, keeping the stitch count constant at 12. I am going to finish this and meet back up with you. Here I am at the end of round 4. Remove the stitch marker and make one single crochet into the last stitch. Then I am going to cut the excess yarn and fasten off, leaving a long enough tail for weaving in. You'll need to make 2 of this piece, but don't fasten off the yarn on the second piece. We are going to use it to continue on to round 5. For round 5, make one single crochet into the first 6 stitches of the first piece. Then bring in the second piece. We are going to start working from the stitch after the one where we just fastened off. Make one single crochet into each stitch all the way around, making sure to work over the tail as you go. After I finished making the 12 single crochets of the second piece, make one single crochet into the remaining 6 stitches of the first piece. Here I am at the end of round 5. At the end of round 5, you will have 24 stitches all the way around, including the 2 pieces. From round 6, we are going to start decreasing. Make one single crochet into the first 2 stitches. Then into the next 2 stitches, we are going to make an invisible decrease. Let me tell you the difference between a regular decrease and an invisible decrease first. For a regular decrease, we go into the next stitch and pull up a loop like we normally would for a single crochet, but do not complete that stitch. Again, go into the next stitch and pull up a loop. With 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at the same time, and that finishes a decrease stitch. You'll notice that that stitch looks a bit different than the rest of the stitches and it sticks out. For the invisible decrease, we are going to work into the front loops only. If you look at the stitches carefully, each stitch has a front loop and a back loop. Go under the front loop of the first stitch, twist your hook around and go under the front loop of the second stitch. Then yarn over and pull up a loop like you normally would for a single crochet. Then yarn over and pull through 2. And that finishes our invisible decrease. You'll notice that that stitch looks the exact same as the rest of the stitches and it blends in much better. Then into the next 2 stitches, again make one single crochet. Then into the next 2 stitches, invisible decrease. Continue repeating like this. 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches and then invisible decrease all the way around. Similar to the increased rounds, into the last 2 stitches of the decreased round, you should always be decreasing, and if you're not doing that, you have done something wrong in your counting. At the end of round 6, you will have 18 single crochets. For round 7, we are going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around, keeping the stitch count constant at 18. Here I am at the end of round 7. For round 8, make 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then into the next 2 stitches, invisible decrease. Again 1 single crochet into the next stitch and then invisible decrease. Continue repeating this sequence of 1 single crochet and invisible decrease all the way around. Here I am at the end of round 8. At the end of round 8, you will have 12 single crochets. For round 9, make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around, keeping the stitch count constant at 12. Here I'm at the end of round 9. At this point we are going to stuff the piece. Make sure to stuff both sides evenly and don't overstuff. For round 10 we are going to decrease into each stitch all the way around. I like to place one finger on top of the stuffing to keep it out of the way as I work. At the end of round 10 you will have 6 stitches all the way around. Cut the excess yarn, leaving a long enough tail for sewing, and then fasten off. Then to close up the hole, I am going to weave this tail in and out through the front loops of all of the stitches of this round. Then when you pull on this tail, it should close up the hole nicely. With the help of a yarn needle, bring that tail through the center of the hole and then out through anywhere on the amigurumi. Leave it hanging there for now. Next, to add the keychain, take another length of yarn on your yarn needle. Come in through the same hole that we came out of with the previous yarn tail and then out on one side of the groove. Then sew through the jump ring of the keychain. Come in through the other side of the groove and then bring the yarn tail out through the same hole as the previous two yarn tails. Tie a knot using all three yarn tails. Then cut the excess yarn and then hide the knot into the amigurumi by pushing it in using the back of your yarn needle. And that's it. I hope you guys liked this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.